Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and today I'm taking a look at Strike Effector. And the question I'm going to be answering today is it any good? And this is a strange question because it's hard to say exactly whether you'll like it or not unless you're into the sort of flying shoot-'em-up type of game. Now straight up you're going to see this sort of mecha-styled fighter right here, and this is called a Vector. And it has three main parts, two of which you can swap out with various other parts which you will unlock as part of a progression system. And you'll also unlock different patterns which you can paint them up with and swap the colors around with. Now I'm noticing a little bit of a bug here. When I do swap the colors, they don't seem to change, or they don't seem to stay after I change them. So not entirely sure what's going on there. But everything that you see here, all the different parts, the engines, the cockpit and all that, it doesn't seem to have any difference, or it doesn't. The team have stated that it is going to be a cosmetic part, so you can change it around, but it isn't really going to make all the difference. So purely cosmetic, don't need to worry about it. Now, next thing I want to talk about is the customization of the loadouts. Now you do have three different preset loadouts, and they are made up of a left weapon, right weapon, and specializations and special actions. Now all of these things will affect your performance in battle and exactly how you play. Some of these are made for long range and some are very much short range weapons. So you've got a variety of weapons here: Gatling guns, carbines, homing missiles, rocket launchers, LMGs, all sorts of different weapons, and they all perform very differently. So you might wonder then, what use is the stat bar at the bottom there, because it doesn't seem to exactly tell you how these weapons will perform. They all perform very differently to each other, and they operate very differently to each other. So it's more of an experimentation thing. You really just got to try them out and find out for yourself. Now, I gotta say, one thing I really am liking is the detail on the actual machine itself, and it does actually look very nice. Now, of course, the graphics and visuals themselves do look a little bit dated, but then again, at the same time, the attention to detail and the fine details is definitely very nice. Now, looking at here, you've also got a whole bunch of special actions to choose from. You've got everything from cloaking devices, you've got stalker mines, which are little homing mines, or you can deploy full minefields. You also have boosters and shields, so these are a very useful ability, and they can definitely dictate how you're going to play. Are you a hit and run, or are you going to go in, deploy your mines, or are you more of a tanky player, and are you going to use your shield very often? It's kind of all dictated by you, so you got to have a look at that and try them out for yourself. So the next thing is the specialization, which is a sort of perk, and all of these have different functions as well. You've got increase in zoom, you've got increase in armor, you've got something that helps you escape from your enemies. For example, Smooth Operator actually reduces the range at which you can be detected by the enemy, so they'd actually have to spot you visually, in which case they could even misidentify you as a friendly. So it is an advantage and disadvantage in some cases. Against an experienced player though, it may not make all the difference. Now, if you're looking at next to the weapons as well, there's these two little boxes with a symbol in it. These are actually additional perks, so they will boost certain stats of your weapons themselves. So you can change everything from refire rate, reload, or damage, if you so choose. Now, there are a lot of servers to choose from, so we're just going to jump in one straight away. I will say it is very nice that for a game at this stage of development, there are a lot of servers in lots of different regions, everywhere from Southeast Asia to Europe, or even US West Coast or East, so you're not going to be short of servers. Now we're jumping into a match here, and this is a free-for-all deathmatch mode, so there's going to be no friendly fire to speak of, in which case certain types of weapons will definitely be advantages. These swarm missiles definitely will be the most useful down here, because you don't have to worry about them targeting your friendlies. Now straight up, you're going to notice that this looks a little bit like those combat arcade sort of flight games, and it is very much like that. It's just a lot faster. If you're going to notice right here, I get taken out really, really fast. And this is something that's going to happen to you a lot when you play, and it's going to really frustrate the hell out of you, because it's just really that fast. but it does reward you once you learn how to play and start getting good at it. Now you can always customize your loadout in mid-match. You don't have to stick to the presets. You can even change at any time. So you'll notice I swapped out my carbine rifle there for a Gatling gun just to have a bit of a faster rate of fire and try that out. Now the maps themselves are well detailed, I would say. It's sort of this post-apocalyptic kind of cyberpunkish looking world with lots of things to crash into because no surprises that a crash does instantly kill you, and it does wipe out a large number of points. So if you happen to get a kill and you crash, you're gonna have that kill removed from you. It is possible to go into the negative here. So we can just launch again. Now I want to know who thought that was a good idea. If you're going to launch at full speed and you have the ability to crash and suicide yourself, why would you black out your screen? It just doesn't make sense to me. If you had the option of turning it off, maybe that would probably be a good idea. I get that it adds a sort of drama to the game, but jeez, it is annoying. Now if you're looking at the bottom of the screen there, you'll notice those glowing items down there. There are power-ups all over the map, everything from bonus crates to little repairs, or even cooldowns for your special ability, which definitely will come in handy. Now if you notice just then there was a guy that happened to be hovering. That is the secondary mode of the vectors. They can actually hover in place. Now in some cases you might want to do that if, for example, taking cover. However, given how little damage you can actually take, hovering for too long might be a disadvantage. Overall, this is a very satisfying game to play, and it is currently in open beta, so go and sign up and try to get yourself in. Give this game a try. Now, from what I understand, it is going to go for full retail, and there's going to be no microtransactions or DLC involved. However, at the same time, there has been no confirmation exactly when this is going to be released, but it will be released via Steam, but at an currently unconfirmed price. So hard to say whether this will be one that you should buy, but I definitely keep an eye out for this when it releases. So this has been Panzer taking a look at Strike Vector, and I'll see you guys next time.